Hello fans and friends, and welcome to another video. My name's Keir Smith. For today's video I'd like to talk about the second song to be released from the upcoming The Dark Side of the Moon Redux album by Roger Waters. The song is Time. Time was released to the masses on Friday the 25th of August, and from what I've read in the comments section it's got a fairly mixed response. Besides being a huge Pink Floyd fan and a big Roger Waters fan too, I wanted to come on and talk about this because if you were to ask me what my favourite song ever was, I would say Time by Pink Floyd. Time is such a powerful and emotive song, and it's had a real profound effect on me and my life. The original song that appeared on Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon way back in 1973, 50 years ago, that song is it's the best. And so naturally this new version by Roger Waters has a lot to live up to, and I wanted to give it a fair crack of the whip. So I've listened to this once a day since the song was released on Friday, so 4 times now, and I suppose I'm starting to get to grips with it slowly. So Roger's new version of the song Time, to say it's been stripped back is an understatement. It's been stripped of everything that we know and love about the original song. There's nothing like Nick Mason's skillful rom-tom playing on the intro of the original song to be found here. Nothing like Gilmour's urgent vocal, certainly no piercing, skillful guitar solo, and no phased female backing vocals, nor any of Richard Wright's soft vocal. Of course, this is very much a Roger Waters solo version, a version that is so far removed from the original song, it's literally stripped the song of its soul. So what have we got? Well, on this new version by Roger, we have a slow, orchestral, atmospheric opening with touches of classical guitar here and there, and a spoken word poetry intro from Roger. The voice had been there all along, hidden in the stones, in the rivers, hidden in all the books, hidden in plain sight. It was the voice of reason. And then the first verse comes in, ticking away the moments that make up a dull day. The verse we all know so well, sung by Roger's voice, front and centre, with minimal backing from the band and very subtle instrumentation, I must say. There's a nice vocal harmony that joins Roger when he gets to tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. But I've never felt so underwhelmed than how I felt when we got to the lines, "No one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun," because naturally you expect David Gilmour's superb guitar solo to explode, but of course there's none of that here. And so the solo is led by this chirping organ, which is very nice actually. And then as you get towards the end of what would have been the solo piece, a pedal steel guitar creeps into the mix and rises up, and that's quite nice. It's subtle but really nicely done. The otherwise slow drumming picks up towards the end of the final verse of Time, and then we go into the breathe reprise. And that's kind of nice. Roger's plain vocal is wrapped up in these swooping strings that make it all sound a little bit more dramatic, and we get the tolling of the bell at the end that signals the end of the song. So, what do I think of this new version of Time by Roger Waters? Well, it's okay. I enjoyed it a little bit. I sang along. I got my air guitar out, ready to go, but there wasn't any of that. Of course, it's completely different. It's stripped back of anything that the band gave to it. Roger Waters has said that he wants the lyrical message to be reinforced once again, and the focus is very much on Roger Waters' vocal here. And that's fine, but he's taken away the song, more or less. And is that a good thing? I think not. But after hearing the first release, Money, and now Time, I'm starting to get a picture of what the rest of this, The Dark Side of the Moon Redux, will sound like. And I'm trying to keep an open mind with this thing here. I knew there wasn't going to be any ticking clocks. I knew there wasn't going to be any David Gilmour-esque guitar solo. I'm expecting it to be what we've heard so far, I guess, an older man's slow, sombre interpretation of these brilliant songs. I must say, when I was listening to Roger's version of Time, his weathered vocal did lend itself well to the lyrical content. After all, this is the guy that wrote those words, and he's still here singing them 50 years on. I don't know if there's going to be another single released before the album comes out, but I've already heard a snippet, as I'm sure many of you have, of Us and Them, which is a slow song anyway, but Roger's version sounds even slower. But I'm still looking forward to hearing Roger's The Dark Side of the Moon Redux when it's released early October. I'll likely pick it up on CD and vinyl. But you've really got to make your own mind up and listen with fresh ears. There's no use comparing it to the original album by Pink Floyd because it's so far removed. But let me know what you think of this new version of Time by Roger Waters in the comments section below. I'd love to read your thoughts on this. And as always, thanks to everyone who watched this video, and I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. Bye for now.